Thank you.
So we have Amaresh Patil here with us, a very active volunteer of the SWO region from Kalaburgi, Karnataka. He is an associate professor in the Department of Civil Engineering in the PDF College of Engineering, Kalaburgi. He attended the introductory FTP of UHV in March 2022, and he is playing a very major role in the weekly meetings. He is the regional coordinator of SWR region. He's in the online meetings. He marks the potential people identification. He is taking a role in that also, and he is also very active in the calling team in the mornings for the morning session as well as other activities. Then he is conducting the UHV courses at his college. So he is very active in all the activities of the um, recently concluded international conference also. He was part of the education panel. So he was very active in that role too. So with this brief introduction, I welcome Amaresh Patil Bhaiya and his family to the sharing in the morning session. Bhaiya, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Sunilji. Good morning, Gopal Bhaiya and the co-explorers. Myself, as Sunil Bhaiya has introduced, uh, I am Amaresh Patil from PDA College of Engineering, which is in northern part of Karnataka. I got associated with this content of UHV since 2022 April, March, where I had been got to an online introductory FDP. From then onwards, I had taken this as a priority because I was able to see in that introductory FDP itself, those proposals were nearer to my own understanding. So this is going to help me. So, but initially it was there as knowing of a content to teach in the class. But later on, when I kept on connecting myself to the content every time, I thought I was able to get that this is something which is helping me in the living part. And then that was the priority, and it kept on adding to my interest. Everywhere I sit, everywhere I go, it is always to understand something more about. So this is on a higher priority for as per my thinking happens. But now coming to the family, I am there with wife and two daughters, Shreya and Priya. We are there in the new dwelling since last year. Earlier, we used to be there with the parents and the younger brother one. But basically, other two younger brothers are one in settled in US right now, and other is in UK. We are three brothers, and two sisters are there at their in-laws' houses. They are all settled at other districts. Uh, Other than this, I am associated in the department as civil engineering department and teach structural engineering course majorly. But now, since I had got to this content, I am trying to always handle this subject in the college also and try to share uh, the content to the students so that it will help them also. So that is what is the happening. Uh, this is all about myself and the family. With family, as I said, two daughters. One has completed her computer science engineering, and the other is doing her PUC second year. That is just so she is going to go for the exams in the coming March April month. So this is all about. And now coming to the exercise one and exercise two. I think, yeah, fine. Yeah. So the first step, being aware that observing your imagination at this moment, that is desire, feelings, and thought, expectations, no reaction. So this is one step which I used to always tell. I haven't been connected to this morning session since fifth batch onwards. I'm not that sure that I was there completely involved, but I used to think or I used to say in my sharing that I am able to be aware, but only from 10th batch midway or in the 11th batch, I am now able to clearly see what is this mean in the first step. So where is that I have to look for? Earlier, it was only in the thinking part. Might be I was not able to observe, but now it has sharpened. I am able to see what is my desire at at all levels of the day, and but only when I am giving it as an importance, only when I decide that I have to observe. Otherwise, I go with the outside happenings and get into, might be sometimes in harmony and sometimes in disharmony. Harmony can be it is only when it is in line with my thinking, or otherwise it will be in disharmony, it will be in the reaction state. So being observing is always helping me for to be in line, so that I am in the state of harmony which I want to continue for fulfilling that aspiration. But otherwise, whenever I am at the level of body, it may sometimes be working in my favor, or sometimes it will be in the opposite way, so that the other is got disturbed, and even myself. So this is what is happening. And looking without reaction is the aspect which I had experienced most of the time. Only looking at what is happening within me itself is helping to be in that state. Otherwise, like if I'm trying to think of going to the college, if I'm able to see that going to the college, what is that is the coming in the way, the traffic that I am just looking. But if at all, if I am dwell only in that thought of reaching the college, I'm most of the time in comfort. Otherwise, something or the other is going to be in my imagination continuously, which is very sometimes very random also. So this observation in the first step is helping me to be in that state. But if I'm just trying to go to the next step, is the feeling that you have at this moment natural acceptable? That's what it is, something that is there in line to what is natural acceptable to me. Then I am in that state. Otherwise, I am in the other way. So are you in harmony, happy, or feeling that you are that you have at this moment? So that means that's what it is. If at all, if I am trying to, my thoughts are in randomness, then I am most of the time got disturbed. Now, if I am asking this fourth step, in the fourth step, who decided that feeling that you have at this moment? So this is what is trying to take a call on the feeling part, whether I am there at the feeling level or at the thought level. If I am trying to correct something at the thought level, that doing part outside, so something is happening outside now. If at all, if there is a traffic jam on the way, then if I am trying to juggle and trying to give some indications to the other that that he should not disturb me on the way, then it may sometimes uh, be in line to the harmony, or I am in the state of reaction. I may react. But if at all, if I am able to see that I am deciding these feelings, or I am looking at my feeling level, then I am most of the time always trying to give a smile to the other, ask the other to overtake me or allow the way he wants to go, and then I take my own way to reach the college. So this is what is helping. If I'm able to see that who that deciding is myself, it is not the outside situation or not the outs other person. So this is fourth step is relieving me from all that disharmony part. On what basis did you decide the feelings that you have at this moment? That is what is the base. The base is the other. Now I'm transacting at the level of the consciousness. So if I know that the relationship is there related to one consciousness to the other, then I am very much comfortable. I don't react. But if I am seeing at their reaction that he has a angry look at me, if that is I am seeing that, then I am disturbed. So because I want to give the reaction to the other, so that way I am able to see this fifth step. That is, if at all, if I'm transacting at the level of the at the level of the body, which is visible at the gross, then I am most of the time got disturbed. But if I am able to see that I am in coexistence, the other is also in coexistence of the consciousness, then the relationship is at the level of consciousness, then I do not worry. I do not worry for his behavior. I know his competency is also in a different state. Even I am not having that clear understanding, right understanding. So both are there in the journey. So we need to complement. So that is what is going to come in me whenever I am able to see the other is in a disturbed state, or the other is not in line to his natural acceptance. So that is what is helping me in this aspect of the fifth step. Now, if I'm coming to sixth, which feeling are naturally acceptable to you? So that is very clear, that only when I am there at the pure observer level, that is having the feelings of relationship, having the feelings of harmony, having the feelings of coexistence with the rest of the units, that then I have this clarity of helping to be at the in the naturally acceptable state feelings level. So coming to the seventh step, ensuring that the feeling that you have at this moment is in line with the feelings of the relationship, harmony, and coexistence, and not otherwise. On this basis, I will be in the state of harmony and happiness at this moment. When I am able to understand the relationship, harmony, and coexistence, it is completeness. That's what. So most of the time, if at all, if I am, whenever if it, these situations, if I'm trying to correlate at the family level, whenever family or the wife asks me to get some grocery, or ask something to help in the kitchen, so I compliment her now. Earlier, it used to be that some irritation, not most of the time, but whenever I am not in a situation where I try to see that I can help, then it used to be something like a burden to help. Even a small thing like switching off a light within the room could be a burden, or why someone is instructing me, that is could be the state. But now it is not so. It is the complementarity and what I can do at this moment, so that it is helping me also and it is helping the other. So this is what is happening now, and something is not in line. We are there, and now the family understanding this part, that is discussion is going to happen. Then why is this state of being is there in us now? Why we are got disturbed? Even a small tune of expression of outside, my family or my childrens are going to point out that daddy, that there is something wrong. They just hold themselves and tell that, okay, in morning, in last 10 minutes you are not there in the natural state. So it is there something in opposition. So this is all is there in the family now. Small things, we sit together in the evening of 5-10 minutes, we discuss what has happened and why was that state and what was that imagination happening in us, which were not naturally acceptable. So this is all happening now in this in the first exercise, that is observing the self by the self. But I am very clear that this understanding is improving day by day only when I am getting connected to the content and trying to be taking the decision is what is on a priority. If at all, if I do not take this on a priority, that I have to look within, then I am drifted. I slip from that pure observer state and try and go at the level of that reaction part. So this is all helping in this exercise one. Where can I go to exercise two? Yeah, this is what is the second part of observing. The self is observing the body. Here, if I am able to see that I am in coexistence with the body, it is I is the responsible in taking care, that is nurturing, protecting, and rightly utilizing. So with this there in that in the knowing part, then I always try to handle my body uh, whenever it is requiring to nurture. I try to help by food. I use the proper clothes to protect and rightly utilize, so that it is it is able to do all those acts what I try to transact to my body. So this three aspects I am very much clear, because if I'm able to see uh, the connectivity of this UHV in my life, I am able to see that I was 78 kgs earlier with my weight, but once when I'm aware that whenever Sharmila Didi used to say that I need to put or whatever is required, what physical facility is there, food is required to me, but how much I need to eat is whatever is required. So whatever not having more than the required is what is there in me, and I do not consume beyond my requirement. So with that only, I had got reduced my weight to 8 to 9 kgs. That self regulation part is very much clear in my living now. uh, Most of the time, all my friends and my relatives, my family members get worried that how you got so much thin, and they always tell that no, 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 you need to eat more, more. So, but I am not at all got drifted, because I am able to see my health is better. I am my uh, all my organs are working in a better sense. I am able to visualize myself, get connected to those uh, uh, whatever are the whatever are the signals coming from different parts of the body. I read them whenever I take it on priority, but I'm able to sense smaller things also happening within. So that is helping me. So coming to the steps, am I there? I exist, the body also exists, the body this is very clear. So I am all small transactions that I try to do, like to get up in the morning, whenever I'm there in the blood, whenever I feel sluggish, I take a call sometimes to go to extend my sleep. So but when I decide that I have to get up and connect to this UHV in the morning 5:30, I take a decision, and I always say that I always see that I had directed to get out of the bed, and the body is acting accordingly. So this is first step. I am very clear. uh, I transact information with body from time to time as and when required. Yes, as I'm able to see, whenever I get a feel of having hot water in the morning, I just uh, do my routine and then have a half a glass of water. And so this is what I try to help uh, for my body. I am one who decides what instructions are to be passed to the body, and what sensation are to be read from the body. Yes, whenever I feel that there is some itching sensation in the body, I only decide. Earlier, I was not aware that I is what is there, but it was only the body, and something always anything is happening. I used to, or normally we also always understand that it is automatic. So even now, sometimes I feel that I am not given the instruction, but uh, after the act, I am able to see that, oh no, that this has happened because of me. So like that situations is also still there, but not that every time I am transacting. Like right now, if I am able to see that I had lifted my hand, uh, had I given this instruction to the hand to lift, I am still that not that 100%. But especially with the food that I give to the body, the water that I give, those gross things, I am able to clearly visualize that I am transacting it to the body. So that is there. While reading the sensation, I am not the sensation. I can read the sensation taking place in any part of the body from where I am being different from the sensation. There is difference between self and body. Yes, this is very clear. I am not there in the sensation. Whenever in the last 2.5 years, I had most of the time healthy, not ever got any much of tablets, might be one or two tablets. Sometimes where I had some temperature. That too, with the family getting worried of something is going wrong and we need to take the medication. Only then I got into. Otherwise, I am able to see that in the body immune system that is so nicely built that it it comes back to the harmony by itself. Only I need to supplement it. I need to give the required uh, things that are there, most of the time the fluids. So with this I was able to see that it would regain back. So this, I'm not there in the sensation, that's very clear, but I need to still look into this part, that I am there. My interaction with the body or the world outside with the way of sensation, I read the sensation by decision, by giving the sensation to the meaning to the sensation. My reaction and response uh, is dependent on my sankars. Yes, this for this step, I am able to see that recently my family member who got some problem with his health, that is MI was there. He had a uh, cardiac stroke in the midnight. So he got admitted to the hospital nearer to his house. It was right around 1:30 a.m. In the night. So we're not aware. So we got to know about in this information in the morning. So when I was traveling to college, I got this information. I went straight to the hospital. I was able to look at his state. What was his state? He was there in an ICCU, and he was given the treatment. I was very comfortable the way the things were happening to him. But my relative was not that comfortable because he was able to connect himself to the situation of the hospital, where the hospital doesn't has a good track record, and he's got worried about that. That I was able to read with his conversation. With this, I am now trying to connect myself that how I can help my relative. Then I called my friend to know about the doctors who are all connected, understand the hospital setup. I had a trust with the people who were working for my relative, the nurse, the receptionist. All I was able to connect and converse with the feelings proper in me, and I was not trying to worry. I was not doubt on their intention part. It was. This clarity was there, and everyone is helping me. That was what was my state when I was transacting with all of them. And with this I was able to say that I need to also fulfill the relative also, that he is not in the state of continuity. So I worked for 24 hours for till next day, till he was stabilized. And then we were able to shift him from that hospital to the other hospital, where he was able to see that no, that hospital is better. So in that sense, we shifted him. But in between, all the people who were trying to help me in the billing part also, like once when the patient is there in an hospital, it is very difficult even to get discharged. So there are a lot of procedure around at all the state, at all the points. My relatives, whoever were there along with me in the hospital, they were anxious at what could they do, what could they do, what is that is going to come out. So like that, but I was trying to help them with this understanding that, see, everyone is working with their own competency and everyone is trying to help us only. If I am having this confidence, then I am not worried. I need to wait for the things to happen. It will happen by itself. So that was the way I was handling, and this has helped. After all this happening, the best part was the outcome here was that when we went for an angiogram, there was no much blockage, and it was only a artery which was bent. And with that outcome of the test, we were able to see that only medication is helping him. So the outcome was always better for in this case. But we were able to discuss that all stages, why we were got disturbed, why we were anxious about. So this is what is the meaning, that what we give in that situations that we are living. So this is all helping me. This is only possible by with this content of of this UHV. Otherwise, in the 55 years of my living, I had not ever got to a state where I was able to help with that clarity, that how I can help the other. So this is what is happening in these days of my living. I I tend to react if my sanskar is based on the assumption. Yes, definitely, I am able to see that whenever my old sanskars do pop up, even all this understanding is there. Because now, as I'm heading to a larger responsibility of being the construction in charge, connecting to 50 institutions of my society, I do get calls from all the heads of the institution complaining about something or the other. But I always take it very comfortably and see to it that I transact the way that is solution centric. I am just not worried with what has happened. Now I start connecting the way how I can supplement to the problem with this arised. So that is what is approach. But even all with all that, sometimes uh, when the other is getting to a state uh, uh, which I consider that he is going extreme, then even there sometimes I come out with some reactions. That also I am able. And the moment I am in that reaction state, I am able to see that I had that I am even transacting to my body also, and I am not comfortable. That state I am able to see very clearly, and it will take 1 or 2 minutes to understand that I am reacting and this is not helping me and helping the other also. Then I get back to the state of harmony and think what I can do and try to work upon those mistakes that I had done. So this is all is happening now. I respond when my sanskar is based on understanding. That's understanding is that clarity that the other is not doing it purposely. So if this is there, then I am there with my state of natural acceptance of the other. Don't worry about. Then this is what is helping me. Otherwise, I always doubt of what they are doing, and whenever I doubt, I am always in the reaction. Initially in the introductory, if you are can you tell how many people or how many person with your family members do you trust? I was very clear that when that question was there, in continuity, if it has been asked, I had always respond that it is not even one, because we are not able to say that continuity of trust with none of the family member, even the close one. Like when I'm saying close one, even it might start with the parent and connect to the wife and the children also. We always doubt on their intention. Because they are not doing to the way I expect it to happen, then there is always a reaction. But now this content clarity of the trust, the relationship can build only with the trust, only with my consciousness to the other consciousness. With this clarity, I transact in a better situation, better way. That is what I am able to see. I am in coexistence in the space. The body is in coexistence in the space. This seventh step is still uh, a question happening in me, but I am able to see that the consciousness is being energized, and it is working by itself, because I am not giving anything to the consciousness, but still it is there, active, helping me for to all my living part. So this space I am able to see now and then whenever I think those lines, but not that I am able to see. And I am also saying that the space is all pervading. Then, but I'm still looking at the units only, still not looking at the space which is there everywhere. So still that seventh step is to be explored further. So that is what is there. This is all about exercise 1 and exercise 2. Uh, yeah, next slide. Thank you. Now, if I am able to ask these questions to myself, that uh, how many steps you are able to see in these two exercises, then most of the time I had said only the last one steps are still to be explored further. Happiness is the innate nature that is there, clarity, because my natural characteristics are there with everyone, but only thing I should be aware of it. If I'm not asking this question that what I want at all the programs that I make for in the living, then I always drift. What is naturally acceptable to me, if I'm not asking myself, then if I am trying to hold with what is told by the other or what is happening outside, then I am going to do something which is helping me or something which is not helping me. So it is either I am will be in the state of ego or in the state of depression, not with a definite conduct. So that is clear. How much of the program are you trying to get favorable effects from the sensation from outside? Definitely, still that is all happening. But I am done most of the time, not getting too dependent on the situation. But I try to give with proper understanding. I try to give a proper meaning, so that my conduct becomes better. So that is what is happening nowadays. But how much of the program is keeping in focus of the self? Yes, that is on a priority now, because I know for my body it is only limited time I can spend. Most of the time I am always there with the consciousness, if that is there on a priority. But we or I drift outside sometimes or most of the time, because I am looking at the people outside and looking at the way they behave with me. And then with this as a gross, then I definitely drift. I always get in the state of reaction. That is very clear. But focus is more much now with in the consciousness, in the self. For the program keeping self in focus, yes, that is there. Is it based on the precondition or sensation? Preconditioned sensations, I have this baggage the last 55 years, because I am being told that how to do, how to live, how to go. This is all there, all in my education, all my family members, everywhere, anywhere I go, there are conditions. But are those conditions are there in line with my natural acceptance? I verify now. I don't worry. Someone is telling something about, I don't why he is telling, I don't get into that part. I try to check whether this person whatever is telling is in line with my natural acceptance, or it is something other way. So this is helping me. Is it based on my natural? Yes, yeah. Whenever I check this, whatever is the program that I am doing is in line with the natural acceptance, then I don't worry about, I don't get in the state of reaction. I am there I transact in the level of response. So that is helping me and helping the other also. So that is what I'm able to see in the college also. Now I always try to transact or try to get into in the discussion whenever I am there in any of the meetings. I always start from where I can be the part of the problem what is being discussed. That is what is solution centric. So how that can be done is now becoming very natural to me. It is not that I need to put any efforts, because my thought itself starts with that how I can help. So then I am not trying to put any pressure. Any special thing is not to be done. I need to only look at my feelings, that how I can help the problem that is arised, or that I am thinking that as a problem. Even that might not be a problem. It is only something that is happening. I need to now be the part of it to see to it that it is helping myself and helping the other. So that way it is all there. Regarding the commitment part, I'm able to say this is what is on priority. This is development with myself. How much time you can devote? I am able to see that most of the time I'm putting efforts towards this UHV part, and how much time you can devote in the social responsibility. This social responsibility, with the international conference that I got connected, I am now able to see that my participation has to be there. At the societal level, what I can do, especially and Sunil Bhaiya, I just discussed other day that as a PG faculty, then how we can take up some project related to SDGs and sustainable development aspects. So this I try to hold myself with other friends and colleagues and try to build on that. how I can participate in the social responsibility. So not just 2 hours, I am now able to see that all my entire day, and whenever I am thinking something, I am only thinking of this content and how I can help myself in the development. That is all there with my sharing. Now I have with me Shreya and Priya there, because I said now we are there in the family to understand this content. So they will put their own understanding part. I will give it to Shreya first. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I extend my heartful gratitudes to all the people who helped me to get connected. First, I should say the AICT was sending me those mails, but definitely it is the other one human being who has sent. So from them, because until unless I got that mail to get registered to the THV, I could have never got into all those people who directly or indirectly helping me. I am there. With extending my heartful gratitude to all of them. I would not take any name because names will feel short. That's what is there in my understanding. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Yeah. Shreya.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Shreya Patil, and I'm doing my master's in computer science and engineering at PDA College of Engineering. And I've completed my undergraduate in computer science and engineering from the same college itself. So my journey with UHV morning sessions have begun from this batch itself, and I've found that the sessions to be very helpful. Because of these sessions, I was able to look within myself. The proposals made in the session helped me understand the difference between the self and the body, about the requirements and everything. I'm able to see like how one self is connected to the other self, and how the other people's intention are also same as mine. For which I started to have a feeling that yes, everyone around me are related to me. Uh, we are in a relationship with each other. I understood that every self has got the same program, purpose, and potential, and we just only differ in our understanding and competence, where we can work upon improving our competence at every level and help each other. I learned that like living with a right understanding and natural acceptance is the important quality. I'm able to see how right evaluation matters for me also as well as to the others. But the major fact for me, which I learned, was that I need not postpone my happiness. Rather, I can be happy at all times in continuity, because happiness lies within me was the major highlight. I need not be dependent on others or any other factors to be happy, but by having the right understanding and by adopting the things that are naturally acceptable, one can always live with harmony, was something which was a very big highlight for me. With the help of these sessions, currently I'm able to see the moments where I get disturbed. I'm able to look within myself and find out at what point did I get disturbed. But all this happens once I have reacted to the situation, and then later I feel like me reacting like this was not required, and I could have put efforts in the right direction and have responded in a different manner. So right now it's like all these proposals made in the sessions are to my knowledge level and still not aren't into practice completely. But as Daddy said, we as a family always try to discuss the things at the end of the day and check at what part did we drift from being natural, and how we can look upon the things to work in line with natural acceptance and right understanding. So with all this, I'm able to learn like every day. I'm getting a new teaching, and I'm I feel like I'm getting closer to the content of UHB. But yes, I'm surely looking forward to learn more things and bring these teachings into my daily practice and develop my understanding. Thank you.
Yeah. Now Priya is going to give her sharing. Thank you.
Namaste. Good morning, everyone. I am Priya, studying in 12th grade and preparing for my competitive exam. I was introduced to UHV content by my dad, and me myself also attended a student induction program. In the beginning, Dad always seemed very much amazed by the way UHV has changed his perspective up towards living and being in harmony. So, sharing his experiences with me, he helped me look into and explore more about my way of living and participation in family, society, and nature. In the very beginning, the differences in the requirements of the self and body seemed very appealing and to me, and the coexistence of the body, which fulfills its requirement in line with the nature, was very much appealing, and the perspective of thinking that the other is also like me neutralizes all the thoughts about the person, though it is against or towards it. I feel the person is connected to me, and we all are connected to each other in the nature. This connection with the people around me makes the natural acceptance of the response to one another, rather than reacting to one another. It seems to be more effective. Whenever there is a imbalance and in my day, or at times when I don't be in harmony with the other, it takes me some moment to organize the content and have a command on myself to make a respective response and let the harmony be in continuity. It's very helpful to me to keep my exploration in line as my family. Every evening, we come up and share about the happenings and the events of the day and discuss about how well or how could the response be more in line with the nature rather than being reactive or against it. Not doubting the intentions about the people and trusting everyone in continuity is a point where I could get into some debate with my dad, as I could ask him, how could a person just believe in everyone? But as I get connected, as I remember that the point about being connected with everyone in the world, or being connected with every person whom you meet, also helps it more very much appealing to trust each other, as you think that the other person is also like me. So yeah, though I taken some time to organize about the content and live in harmony, live in continuity with the happiness, as that is the basic requirement of everyone. I'm still happy that I could do this and I could improve my living, and also look forward to explore more about the content and more about living in a natural acceptance with the nature. Thank you, one and all. Namaste.
नमस्ते भैया.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste.
नमस्ते भैया. So very nice sharing, भैया, है ना, with all members.
Yeah.
And it is good that now family members are listening this UHV sessions, and it is definitely helping each one of us.
Yes, Bhaiya. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So when families are involved in this UHP session, then understanding could be better
Yeah.
among us.
Yes. Yes.
So as Didi said, that uh, she may not be able to feel the difference, but things are happening at very subtle level, and at level of sanskar.
Yes, Bhaiya. Yeah, that's there. Yes.
So that subtle level difference generally we are not able to notice, but it will manifest also, at the
Yes.
gross level, at the level of behavior.
Yeah.
So as uh, we study in UHV that justice starts with family,
Yeah.
and so each member attending the session, so definitely justice will be happening.
Yeah. Yes, Bhaiya. Yeah.
So Didi is able to see your inner reaction. Yeah. She is able to understand your state of consciousness, and she is accepting it. Definitely, she will be making a right program for
Yeah.
herself and for you also.
Yes, Bhaiya.
So,
Yes.
and the basis of undivided society is also starts justice from family. So,
Yes.
justice in family will go to justice in the society.
Yes, Bhaiya.
So, it is very good to see, when a family share their sharings.
Yes,
It-
Bhaiya. Yeah.
And it is interesting that two terms are used in our tradition. Shreya and Priya.
Shreya and Priya. Shreya.
Yes. So people who have wisdom follow Shreya,
Yeah.
and people who don't have wisdom they follow Priya. Priya means happiness based on sensation,
Yes, Priya. Yes.
and Shreya means happiness based on wisdom.
Yes, Priya. Thank you.
And you both, you have both Shreya and Priya with you,
Yes, yes, Priya.
right?
The and the
Yes, Priya.
dwelling house name is Chaitanya Bhaiya. Right now, I had put it as Chaitanya.
Okay. So names are also very spiritual.
Yes, Bhaiya. It has come naturally, Bhaiya. I didn't put any much efforts, but they have come very natural to me, to us all together, like that.
Yes, Priya.
Yeah.
So if our consciousness is in right direction, then names also comes very naturally.
Yeah.
है ना? So that is
Yeah.
happening. So nice, भैया, है ना? So uh, we hope that Shreya and Priya will contribute in these UHV activities later,
Yes. Yes, Bhaiya. Definitely.
and we see her also as a resource person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many students with us who are working in industry but also
Thank
contributing in this UHV activity.
you. Okay, Bhaiya. Fine. Yeah.
So I hope Shreya and Priya will also involve
Yeah.
themselves in these UHV activities.
Yeah.
So nice, Bhaiya.
Yes.
Best wishes.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you. The all blessings of all the family members now.
Yes, Bhaiya. Okay, Bhaiya. Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste. Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste.
Nice.